Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fragrance Fireside Chat. I am your host, Cody. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Fragrance Fireside Chat. So to begin with, my scent of the day actually, don't have the bottle here. It's actually in the freezer, and I don't want to run over there and get it. But it's Bleu de Chanel. Bleu de Chanel is my scent of the day. I still have some stuff to do. My girlfriend's coming over, and we're going to go out, grab some food, and head back here, basically. So I wanted to shoot this one real quick. But in any case, scent of the day is Bleu de Chanel. Let me know what your scent of the days are, right? So, I wanted to really touch upon a particular subject and a particular issue. Fragrance Bros recently released a video covering Amouage Man, and I absolutely love the review just because, and I really do like reviewers when they give their opinion, because that's all a reviewer can actually do. Give your opinion on a fragrance and tell you whether he likes it or hates it, right? And in this particular case for Lyric Man is a very popular fragrance, right? You can see it being shouted from the heavens. It's an absolute best rose fragrance, etc., stuff like that. And Fragrance Bros had a different opinion of it. They don't like it. They basically think that it's an old lady type of fragrance, and I can get that vibe too. But regardless of what I get from it, at the end of the day, that's their opinion, right? And that's what they do. That's what reviewers do. We give you our opinions. There are no right and no wrong answers from opinions. So, and it extends out to anyone. And I've said this multiple times over and over again. But especially when it comes to people, my opinion is no better than yours. It's no better than anyone else who comments on my video. It's the only difference between ours is just mine's on video, and you've just said your opinion off of it. There is no right or wrong answer, and that's why I encourage people to say what you think about the fragrance. If you hate it, say it. If you like it, say it. That way, somebody who's coming to my channel, who's coming to a review, can see the different sides of the argument, basically, of the fragrance. They may not like the fragrance, and it may turn out that they find in common what people dislike with the fragrance, the same thing. And so that's why fragrances, they're all subjective. There is no right, there is no wrong answer. So it really does irk me then when I see people say things like, oh, the Fragrance Bros can't appreciate this, or you can't appreciate this because your nose isn't developed. Yeah, that's another popular thing that I love to hear, or not that I love to hear, but I hear all the time. That doesn't mean anything. I hear it from actually parfumés, from some, I guess you could say, veterans, some people who are more, in it. They'll often say, if you don't like a fragrance or something like that, you just don't understand it, or your nose isn't fully developed enough to appreciate the fragrance. No, that's nonsense, basically. Your nose is your nose. Sure, your taste may change, and your nose may, develop a better appreciation for some fragrances. But at that time, yes, it doesn't smell good to you, and that's the point. I think people get caught up in this, oh, this fragrance is so good that nobody else can dislike it, And that's just utter rubbish, basically, utter nonsense. There is no point to that, I always constantly say, it doesn't matter what my opinion is. It doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is. Like what you like. Go for what you like. And at the end of the day, your nose is really what matters. Your nose is, somebody else who comes up to you and says, hey, wow, man, this Aventus, it's the best juice ever. You go ahead and smell it and you're just like, I'm not feeling it. Your opinion trumps his. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter if it's Olivier Creed, or whoever it is that's actually, I'm just butchering names left and right, but you get my point. It doesn't matter who the heck it is that's actually giving it. Your opinion is the one that matters, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? So, yeah, so it's one thing of annoyance. On a flip side, the other thing that I kind of find annoying that goes along with it is a lot of people, when they request reviews, I realized, and this was actually brought up by Fragrance Bros a long time ago, that they're really just looking for validation for what they think of a particular fragrance. And you can usually tell by how they ask you to review a particular fragrance or something like that. But, obviously I'm not saying everyone does that, and I'm not saying the majority of people do that as well. But I do see it happen, and if you put out a review that they may not like, they come at you, which is perfectly fine. We're all big boys here, but at the end of the day, realize, it's opinions, basically. Everyone has a different nose, everyone has different tastes, and that's where it goes from. Just because somebody doesn't like something doesn't mean that they just don't have the cojones or the stones, or they don't have the experience to actually appreciate it. That's not what it means, okay? Okay, so rant out of the way, rant done. So keep on reviewing
doing reviews, people putting out. Actually, when I really think of it now, I've actually done a lot of quote unquote positive reviews, and that's just the way it actually turned out. I actually have a bunch of reviews lined up, most of which are negative, and so you can almost think that this is a little bit self-serving, just because I know that, yeah, I'm about to get hit, just because there are a lot of fragrances that I'm about to review that I don't like. So nothing much you can actually do about that. So yes. So again, let me know what your scents of the days are. It is technically it's spring, but whatever. It doesn't feel like spring yet. Give it another 2 more weeks and we might be able to feel it. So later on this week, I'm going to be releasing the niche side of the top 10 spring fragrances. I'll be doing another couple of fragrance reviews, and then maybe in another week or 2, I'm going to put out another sale video for a bunch of fragrances that I'm going to be selling. Okay? All right, so as always, any questions, anything, let me know in the comments down below, or send me a message, do whatever you got to do. And as always, I'm actually behind on messages. I'm usually behind on messages. I try and check them once a week just because it takes a while for me to go through all of them and respond. So I apologize if I have not responded to you yet. Don't get offended, especially if you see this video. I just haven't gone around to my messages yet. All right? Take care of yourselves and have a great day.